Lizzie. So semi-recently, I came across a YouTube video that was addressed to women who have never been on a date before and never been in a relationship before. Specifically women who are in their mid to late 20s or 30s and have never been on a date before, never been in a relationship before. And I disagreed with the video because it was basically saying, nothing's wrong with you, keep waiting, don't lower your standards, you're great. And I have a different perspective. Not that something is intrinsically wrong with you, but that you're doing a few things wrong, and I just want to offer an alternative perspective. Number one, I think it is toxic believing that the man should always make the first move. I believe that at the beginning of the relationship, if the woman takes all of the initiative, that is totally fine. In my life experience, the relationships I've been in have always been because I took a ton of initiative, all of the initiative at the beginning. I made the first move, I got their number, I initiated contact, I made plans of when we were gonna hang out. I took all the initiative. These relationships would not have ever started if I didn't take all the initiative and make the first moves. My personality is very extroverted and confrontational. And I happen to be attracted to guys who are more introverted and even a little bit shy when it comes to new conversations with new people. And some people literally have anxiety disorders, which makes it really difficult for them to start up conversation. If a guy has social anxiety, expecting him to be the one to make the first move is so ridiculous. Women are fully capable of initiating relationships, asking the guy out, starting the relationship. If you are a woman and have never gone on a date before or never been in a relationship before, but you also have never asked a guy out, you've never tried to initiate a relationship, I feel like this could be a problem where you're keeping yourself from being in a relationship because you're not taking that initiative. I recently found out that one of my guy friends, who I knew a long time ago, actually really liked me and wanted to date me. And we had so many mutual friends, no one knew, I didn't know. I recently found this out and it was like groundbreaking to me because I was so close with this person, but I had no idea how he felt about me. There are so many guys out there who are crushing on a woman and want to start talking to her, want to date her. Maybe you guys are friends and they're just so scared to ruin your friendship, so scared to make the first move. And so if you are like me and you're extroverted and brave, you should make the first move, you should talk with someone, you should make plans to hang out. Do not expect the guy to do everything. If you've never been on a date before and you've also never asked anyone on a date, you're creating your own problem and you can easily fix it. I just got married last year and I would not have gotten to know my husband if it was not for me making the moves, planning hangouts, getting his number. I initiated our relationship, and this is another thing. We did not start dating when we started hanging out and getting to know each other. We didn't define it as a relationship. We weren't in a relationship. We were just hanging out and becoming friends and getting to know each other. And we weren't even dating. So that's another thing that I think is not having the pressure of thinking, like, is this a date? I think it's fine to be in a situationship for a while if you're waiting to be in a relationship. Of course, after a few weeks or a couple months, if you've been hanging out with someone and have some flirtation situationship going on, definitely share your feelings and say you're attracted to him and ask if you're going to be in a relationship. But don't overanalyze hangouts. Just let it be, get to know each other. Number 2, get on dating apps. There is no excuse in 2022 for never having been on a date before with dating apps. I know so many people who met their husband or wife on a dating app. I know Catholics and Protestant friends who met on dating apps. I was in their weddings, I was at their weddings. It's such an amazing way to find someone to date and possibly marry. I have friends who met each other on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. A lot of people have negative experiences on dating apps, maybe boring dates, maybe terrible dates, people you never want to see again. But if you just keep dating and dating and dating, eventually you may find the person who you want to be in a relationship with, and then years down the road, maybe marry. One of my friends told me she went on 100 dates before meeting the guy who she married. And so the process of dating a lot of people, it might not be fun, it might be terrible. If you're less social and extroverted than me, it might be boring. For me, I found dating apps really, really fun. I didn't meet my husband on one, but I did before we started dating. And I thought it was really fun getting to know different people, having conversations. I'm really good at asking deep questions and getting to know people. So even if I wasn't attracted to the guy at all, which happened many times, it was really fun just having a conversation and knowing someone. And the process of being on a date with someone who's really boring, learning how to create conversation and get to know someone are skills you're developing that might be really useful once you meet someone who you are attracted to and who you do see a future with. Be open-minded when going on dates. Don't have this really intense criteria of what they have to be or what they have to believe in order to go on a date. Just go on one date, get to know them. Do not overthink. But if you're someone who really wants to get married, don't give up, keep going on more dates, take it from the weddings I've been to and the couples I know. It's definitely worth the process. And number 3, don't be overly concerned about marriage when you start dating someone. This was a problem that I noticed at my Christian university freshman year. It was mostly the guys, interestingly enough, who were very concerned. Is this the woman I'm gonna marry? Early on in meeting someone. And the fact is that when you're going on dates, hanging out with guys, it does not need to be this serious thing where you're discerning marriage. Like, yes, thinking about a future with someone is important, but if you become overly concerned and overly analytical about, is this my future husband, when you're meeting someone or in the first few meetings, it can really mess things up. Just slow down, focus on getting to know someone, learn about their childhood, ask them about their career, what are their aspirations for life, what are their insecurities, where have they traveled to. Just focus on getting to know someone and don't overanalyze. And number 4, you do not have to be attracted to your husband at first. I've actually seen many people making videos on this, which is really good. But attraction can grow. I think a lot of people want to have like the first moment you see each other, you're attracted to them and you want to be with them. And a lot of times your attraction towards someone can grow the more you get to know them. And I'm not saying you have to get engaged to someone who you're not attracted to. All I'm saying is give it a few dates, get to know someone, listen to their story, and physical attraction might grow. And so it's a good idea if someone is asking you on a date, or maybe you see someone on a dating app and they're not exactly what you think your type is, maybe just go on a couple of dates, get to know them, and then if it turns out after like 2 or 3 dates you're still not attracted to them at all, just let him know, like, hey, I'm not feeling it. But don't not give someone a chance. Just because your initial feeling is you're not attracted to someone, it could change. I hope you all take my advice. I would not have gotten married if I had not made the first moves and gotten to know my husband. So make the first move, get on a dating app, and don't overanalyze it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!